Michael's on his way here. Michael's the winner of this beautiful 800 horsepower R8. And then when Michael gets here, we're gonna, I don't know, I mean, the last time we did this, it was kind of awkward. Remember the guy we gave up the R8?
That guy was like super quiet, you know?
Yeah, no emotion. Hey, he just won a $200,000 car.
He's like, cool. And I'm like, fuck.
So hopefully this guy's got a little bit of expression. And we're gonna go drive around. We're gonna take him to the best tacos. We're taking him to the best tacos for lunch.
That's the entourage. Hi, I'm Carnegie. It's nice to meet you.
You guys, how was your travels?
Smooth sailing, man.
There you
Smooth
go.
sailing.
Drive-in, fly-in, what'd you do?
Drove. Yeah.
Cool. How was that drive?
Like, map says 6.5 hours. We did it in 5.5.
Weather, a little cold today.
It's beautiful.
You like it?
Yeah, I mean, we live in 120 degrees, so this is amazing.
All right, well, we'll take it. Come on in.
Let's go. Holy shit. Oh
There you go,
my
buddy.
God. Say less, dude. Say less. Look at that. In person. No, dude, pictures don't even describe that, man. That is wild.
What do you think?
I'm enthralled. Absolutely enthralled. Like the other video said, speechless. Speechless right now, even still. That's madness. You know, people do raffles all the time, right? You know, you see them, you just don't know if they're legit, you know, because you enter and like you don't win, and then it's like, you give up. You know, it's perseverance, you know, you try again, you try again.
I will say though that the ones that you probably all speak of, they're all legit, man. The big guys, too much of a risk not to be legit, like you don't want that kind of backlash, you know. So let's just say something like no name company just popped up, but like all those dudes that you see, very legit. I mean, it's a full-time job in its own. And I'm minimal with it, you know. I'll be transparent, tell people all the time I'm minimal. I kind of just do the talking.
Right.
I'm busy in the back doing other stuff with the guys.
Work,
but these guys do the ones that everybody needs to applaud. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be standing here. So.
I appreciate you, gentlemen, for all the hard work that you do. Thank you.
Yeah,
wow.
So not only did you get this $200,000 car, it's a little something, a little 15,000.
Something light.
Something light, you know, for dinner.
We'll hold this up. Yeah. The whole team eating today. Let's go. There's no way. You know, like me, you know, I've only driven like Volkswagens.
Right.
So my first car was a Jetta. I got a GTI now. And you know, every here and there you see
Your first car was a PT Cruiser.
My first car was a PT Cruiser. It's the high school car, man. Your parents give you a car, they're like, drive this and be grateful. I drove it and I was grateful.
My
but
uncle gave me a Geo Metro as my first car,
Damn.
and it was purple.
wow.
Hey, you got me from point A to point B.
Yeah, I was so busy getting like wrapped up in all the excitement of just walking through the door. I gotta get some like pictures and videos of my own.
You got it, man. You gotta do that. Yeah.
We're here. We're at Sheepy Race. Man, Alex himself. We got the whole team here. This is it. R8 V10 Plus twin turbo with the SR800 package. Taking delivery. It's a trip to see this car in person. Like when people say that photos and videos don't do justice to a car, they absolutely right. So we're here in person. Look at that. Oh. This is an. This is mad. This is absolutely mad. Yeah, we both work at a call center. We're taking calls left and right? You get the call.
We're Skyping each other.
Yeah, we're Skyping each other. We get the call.
We're gonna win over and over again.
I almost couldn't believe it, right? I almost couldn't believe it.
So he's on mid-call with a lady, puts her on hold, and answers the phone for the sweepstakes lady. He's like, oh, I'm having mechanical issues in the computer. Like, I'm gonna place you on a brief hold.
I don't want to say that because your boss is watching this.
His boss knew.
I told them. I told them. But if you were the caller that I was helping and you see this, greatly, I'm sorry, but it was worth it. Trust me. So when I got the call, immediately couldn't believe it, right? Immediately couldn't believe it. But once they started to go to the details of like, hey,
a lot of friends said that too.
It's Martin and Kane, right? So they dropped that name. I'm like, okay, like only one person could really know that. They go into the details about the entry of the sweepstakes. They were dropping a lot of like hints to me that no, this could not be a prank, right? So
they're super professional and legal.
Yeah, super professional. Even I was asking questions about other entries and like, you know, how they calculate it, and I couldn't get really too much information. That stuff is highly regulated. So like you said, like, you know, there's no shortcut. There's no cheat codes. You do the two options that you have, and then you hope for the best. But man, like when I got that call, like I said in that last video, track and field, running up and down the office like I was a psychopath because
he Skyped me and he was like, I won. I was like, you're freaking lying. And then he wasn't replying to me. So I waited to get off the call that I was on, and I immediately called him at work, and I was like, you're lying. Like, you're lying. And he's like, I'm not lying. And he's all out of breath. He's screaming at me. He's like, I'm not lying. I won the car. And I was like, no. And then I got yelled at by my manager because I was being really loud. So I'm all on the phone, like, screaming at him. And she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, we won a car.
Yeah. Squad effort, but man, what you think?
What I think? I get speechless still because I'm looking at it right now and I know it's here. I know I'm gonna be driving here in just a little bit, but you know, cars have been my thing my entire life, and you know, God willing, I haven't been able to, like, you know, jump into this right off the bat. You know, I've had to work and claw my way to, you know, building the cars that I love, but you know, this opportunity, man, is like, it's literally life-changing to me, you know, and I really want to turn this, you know, this blessing is how I see it, into something more fruitful for the future for me. You know, so many sweepstakes winners that I see, they end up, you know, taking the car, you know, they sell it due to financial reasons, and that I completely understand. But you know, if I could double down on my blessing and turn this into something that, you know, provides a, you know, a great life for the people in my circle, my family, and whatever, and me included, that's what I want to use this tool to do, you know?
Like the atmospheric just release of all of that. God. The amount of neck braces I'm gonna have to start handing out to people, bro, is gonna be mental. I feel like this is power that I could humbly appreciate, because my car is 400 horsepower, which is the most I've ever driven on a daily driver whatsoever. And even still, like, I'm not hammering that thing around town because, one, I don't want anything to break. Two, safety of others and myself, and the people in the car, it's just so many factors, right? And those probably won't mean much, but I do appreciate the trust, you know, you hopping in with me. And like, you know, you don't know who I am, you don't know how I drive or whatever, and the fact that I have you sitting here with me means a lot.
Sad to say, but you know, like fleeting moments go, it's always a genuine experience, a wholehearted one, and I'm happy to be here, happy to experience this. I want to say a big thank you to everyone at the Sheepy team for making this possible, because you know, this is what dreams are made of, honestly. So final parting words for everyone that's doing the SRG4 giveaway for the RS3, go get your merch, t-shirts, hoodies, white beaters online if you have them. Get anything, get yourself entered, because you can be just like me, picking up a car, making your dreams come true. With that, I say thank you to everyone. I'll see you guys on the streets.
First found out about the fire when I was in Starbucks drive-thru Sunday. leave my house on the weekends in the morning to get Starbucks and stuff for me and the family, I get a text from a friend and says, "Is it true that the giveaway car got on fire?" I panicked, as anybody in my shoes would. I couldn't believe it. I instantly called Michael, and he FaceTimed me, and sure enough, my heart dropped. Like, you know, from that moment on, I talked to my focus is to make sure that Michael is okay. You know, health is number one, as we all know. So made sure he was fine. Him and his girlfriend are fine. Spoke to him, calmed him down. You know, he's very shook. You know, he just won the car. It was a great experience that I got to share with him, and it truly made my day. So to see this 2 days later, and for him, you know, what he's feeling and going through is not been good. He's been to himself and just dealing with it. And I've just been supportive. We've all been supportive in contacting him to make sure that he's fine, and we could, you know, we're here to help him whatever he needs. He unfortunately, you know, the way the internet works, has received a lot of negativity and stuff like that. And so he, like anybody, doesn't take that well. I mean, we've received tremendous amounts of harassment, which is understandable. I mean, being from the outside in, give away a car, catches fire 2 days later. I mean, but in my shoes, like, that's not something that anybody wants, or it's the last thing I want. I mean, I've made mistakes, and I've done my best and will continue to do my best to address them and make better. And we had severe amounts of growing pains in the first couple years, and lots of mistakes happened. And I am accountable for them. And I will continue to stand and do right and do the best that I can. As a human to make mistakes, but every day do the best you can and be accountable for, you know, mistakes, take care of them as best we can. This situation is very hard because we did the giveaway to give back, do something cool, and it's to do giveaways, do them the right way. It's risky. It's risky with the car to this extent of caliber of price. And there's only good intentions meant, clearly. But the outcome 2 days later is totally a 180-degree turn. I take the responsibility. Now what I mean by that is, at the end of the day, I'm responsible. I am responsible for what leaves this facility. That car was built originally 2020. And throughout the past years, it's exchanged a couple of owners, and throughout the past couple of years, it's received upgrades and modifications, such as started stage 1 with the first owner. He modified it a little bit to do E85. The second owner then upgraded it to DS1 with an upgraded fuel system. Then when this idea came about in late November last year, he used a local customer, you know, we've been servicing the car, and offered him to, he said, "Hey, I want to sell the car." So we worked a deal, and my intentions and thought process is, well, I don't want to leave it on flex fuel. I want to put it back to stage 1, which is just pump gas factory fuel system with 91 or 93 fuel, depending on where you're located, just so whoever did win, it was an easy process versus having flex fuel and having to chase 85 and the things that come along with that. So what we did was, I had a newer technician rip out the aftermarket fuel system and install a factory fuel system back in the car. When it was done, I flashed it back to a calibration for pump gas. I have mechanics in place to do a job, but at the end of the day, like I said, I'm responsible. The job clearly wasn't performed well, because or else we wouldn't be making this video. What I think happened was one of the lines or something failed, wasn't properly secured on the OEM lines when it was put back to stock system based off where the fire started. Clearly that's the most that I could kind of assume or come to a conclusion, considering it's now burnt. But one thing I do know, that we were the last ones to touch the fuel system, and well, it's our fault. It's not an easy pill to swallow for anybody, but it's the truth, and I just want to do right. Like I said, I've made mistakes. Automotive performance is an interesting market. My objective and focus is to make sure this doesn't happen again by QC, next level, right? Anything and everything we can do times 2. Because truth be told, these kind of things hurt on many aspects. Financially, it hurts employees, which then hurts families. And I've worked damn near 20 years to get here. And, well, it's been a hard road, but I'm here to stay. And I will continue to work as hard as I can to improve, learn from the mistakes, and become better. We trust in our staff, trust in our techs. I've made adjustments. The particular tech, and because I can't afford these mistakes. We tried to run a very strict checking list, and if the proper checking wasn't done, unfortunately, it cost employment. And that's not easy either, right? I mean, we all have responsibilities, but at the same time, this business can't afford that kind of error. In the past couple years, we've made YouTube videos to have fun, right? Filming what we're doing. One of the guys that's always in the videos is what we know him as Big Head or Firme, or in the Spanish channels we call him Chafa, like, just to clear his name, because he's my lead tech, my lead mechanic. It wasn't him. He's been getting a lot of harassment online over it. I've been getting a lot of harassment online. My wife. The harassing is crazy. It's brutal. The internet always wins, as they say, right? But it's. And listen, I'm not trying not to take accountability. I'm taking full accountability, but it's a hard position, right? I mean, you give away a car and this happens, and one thing we have to focus on is how not to allow it to happen. I'm really happy and excited about the giveaway things. There's, of course, the internet is always gonna say allegations and rumors. One of them I heard was apparently the check bounce. But by the way, it was a Chase cashier's check, which I don't think can bounce, can they? If Michael had a bouncing check, I think it would be very obvious, especially nowadays. But no, it was a cashier's check, followed by that some rumors that the giveaway was rigged, that I handpicked them to create insurance fraud, to then for me to get a check somehow. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how anybody would want this kind of online beating, but that's not the case. Everyone who has won in the past is picked by a sweepstakes company. We have no say or control over it. They actually don't even tell us the name until all the background checks and everything is done. Arden Kane is the name of the sweepstakes company. You can Google them and look them up, but we have no say over who wins or who picks. I had no idea until they emailed us the name, and then we did the FaceTime call that we posted. Michael is still dealing with it, so if we could just respect him a little bit, he'll be made wholesome one way or another. It's just certain things are implemented for a reason, because accidents do happen. We will continue. We will continue the giveaways and just make sure that these kind of things don't happen. In racing, people say, oh, these things happen in racing. They do. He wasn't racing. He was in a parking lot, right? I'm not going to sit here and give excuses. You're at the racetrack, being up on your car, things happen. That's a different scenario. So I don't want to go down that road. I know we have to see, some people say, well, it's a modified car. To an extent. But these kind of things shouldn't happen on this kind of modified car. But they do. And all we can do is be better, structurize things better. As far as everything else going on, I haven't made everybody happy. I've made some mistakes, but I'm here. Public business, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. So if there's anything else we can do to help, you can email us or give us a call. You're more than welcome to stop by. Other than that, it's Wednesday, right? So you just needed to address this. It's been hard for everybody. It's been hard for me. So I just wanted to be in the right state of mind to address this. With that being said, you know, the R3 giveaway did end on Sunday. We'll announce the winner in the next week and continue going. Thank you to the people that have supported us, that stand by us. I'm sorry to the people that feel let down for some reason. It's not what we want to do, but we will fix and adjust and move forward because that's all we can do. And thank you for listening. Have a good day.